back to Total War Warhammer 3 and part 11 of our Gor-Rok SFO Grimhammer campaign. In today's episode, we are here to both betray Bretonnia and slaughter all of these peasants. Because they've got a few battle pilgrims in there as well, but they count as filthy peasants all the same. There's not a lot of melee stats on the other side here. The men-at-arms do actually have a bonus versus infantry, of 5, so at least they'll try to deliver some blows back. We're gonna send the clever girls around back to feast on the peasant bowmen, and this should be a beautiful, gory victory. Let's get them. All right, this should be one of the most brutal victories we have been a part of. Doesn't mean those pox archers in the back can't do some damage, so let's get ourselves set up and ready to charge on in. Looks like they are deploying spearmen in the back. Looks like there's more spearmen on this side, so let's actually deploy all of the units that can sneak through the woods over on the other. So all of the clever girls all in one spot, more or less. Just place them all in the woods. Is the thickest concentration of raptors this side of the Jurassic Park. Grab all of them, put them all together. We'll grab the million skinks that should be able to sneak up unopposed, but I do still want them sneaking through the woods. That way any return fire should be minimized. Let's grab our 3 Spearsaurus. Spread them out only a small amount, just so they're not tripping on each other's feet. Let's grab the Flaming Saurus, shove them in on this side, since that way they will be more likely to run into the Chotex messengers. We'll grab the other 2 Saurus warriors with shielded weapons. Rope we will still want to kind of keep in the woods, or at least nearby, otherwise we will get focus fired down by archers. Gor-Rok way up front, leading the charge, without fear, without pain. The Revive Crystal in the center, hopefully also not tripping on each other's feet. And then we'll grab the Amexon Barb Solar Cannon. Find some lovely targets. Alright, Chotex, you are going to be an interesting... I guess let's just way. Throw them all like this, a croak. Perfect. And now we slaughter some Bretonians. I'm just going to lock the infantry and send them in. Onward to battle. Gor-Rok, head towards the middle. You as well. Let's move up, start blasting some peasant bowmen. And you do the same. Clever Girl Squad, through the woods. Sneaky ones. You do the same. We want you to go find... If we go through the peasant mob, that'd be fantastic. I just don't think it's going to work out like that. In march the Saurus. Say you, peasant bowman. Covered some hidden foes, have we? Well, let's go ahead and pull Chotex messengers back. They should no longer be invisible. Let's sneak around the outside of these archers here. Let's go for the big bubble of nope as we get a bit closer, although the archers aren't anywhere they can actually do any damage. It's just an absolute horde of cold ones going through the woods there. Enjoy your doom, fools. Actually get some poison on these spearmen at arms here. Give that target. Hot Rebarber, there's the prophetess. So that's a lot of arrows. Let's go ahead and pull away from that nonsense. We absorbed it pretty well, but that's still way more arrows than we'd like to take. Civilians are being fired on, but I think they're doing just fine absorbing it. Broke. Big bubble of note needs to go down here on these Saurus as they're fighting everything by themselves. And then let's go ahead and drop down the gigantic explosion as well. Keep moving on in. Let's go ahead and give the extra armor. Mace of Ulamok. Now, so he's going to be worried about that unit. I don't think so. Look at all the clever girls. Yeah. It's open season. Boy got shot in the air by a laser cannon. Sorry, peasants, it's just not your day. Didn't they warn you about coming to Lustria? Wichi's raiders. Oh, they're red-crested skinks. That's awesome. Or actually, they might even just be Skeek Chiefs. Like a whole squad of them. Which would be both funny and terrifying for the enemy. Croak's getting laser beamed down as he tends to. He's absorbing it just fine, though, since it is just a bunch of peasants. Filthy peasants of Bretonnia. Let's see if we can't get Hot Room Armor to hunt down this damsel. Same thing with just bring some clever girls around. That was fantastic. More of that. Surprise laser beam cannons. And never a war crime the first time. Skadoosh. Rest in peace, peasants. And those that initially survived are going to have a bad day afterwards. Saurus are running off the peasant bowmen just fine. Make sure everyone stays unbreakable. And it looks to me like our Betrayal of Bretonnia has succeeded. Tackling all the way home. Look at it. Oh no! The true ending of Jurassic Park. This is terrifying. Bad day to be a Bretonian. And if I understand the lore, the Lizardmen would do this randomly, where they would be perfectly fine with a faction, and then all of a sudden, that faction has been marked for extermination because of the Great Plan. And so we're just here, playing as the Lizardmen would, hunting down the rest of these poor innocent Bretonians. I guess there's just some battle pilgrims left. Whoa, not anymore. Kicked into orbit. You shouldn't get back up. Just lay down and pretend they got you. Oh no! Well, rest in peace. I'm gonna go ahead and speed things up as we annihilate the rest of these battle pilgrims, and I will catch you all in a moment. Well, I mean, it was a bit of a one-sided battle, wasn't it? But it was quite fun. Turned the Bretonians into a chunky sauce, and we'll send it on back to Itza. I think we will not be looting or sacking. We'll just go ahead and occupy. Galwatek returns to the jungle's embrace. Loxlon, we're looking at you next. Although his capital, I believe, is Pregon, so we should move on in and take Pregon down. Probably sooner rather than later. Either one of their settlements is going to be quite difficult to crack. Our Kroxagor Ancient is ready to do damage to Ketox. I'm very excited about that one. They do just come on in and grab the... This is only first game, so I was hoping for Punishment Rate. In that case, we'll just go for the Foraging Camp. And then I am going to grab the Glowing Berry Patches as well. There's no way they'll be able to take down Gor-Rok. It'd be great to have the barrier right available, but we're just not going to have it yet. We will come in and grab the armor, or the armor sequence of armor crafting here. Just wanted to check to see if there was anything better for us. Trade resources will be good once we actually secure Lustria. Income from cities, plus 25%. We do have a fair few cities. I think we do want to finish up the sequence of Enhanced Instinct, though. Let's come on through and just grab this one. We will need to build in the Temple Guard Barracks before we're able to grab it, though, so we may switch off to the sequence of productivity in the meantime. How close are we? Actually, it's going to be a little bit. One more upgrade on Itza. So we should come out of here and then grab productivity just for a bit more gold. Get that going now. Alright, I think I do want to grab the Citadels of Pahwaks. Some extra flying units will be great against Bretonnia, so we'll grab them on in. Beautiful. Lustria is secured. Luckily, Tehenawin performed very well after we took down Rakarth the first time. That could have gone definitely another direction. Beautiful. Let's come on up, and we'll end the turn. Okay, we've got some more beastmen lying in ambush. We're at just a bike Loxlon. And then a microscopic fissure has opened between the material world and the realm of chaos. It is a fleeting event, quite beneath the notice of even the gods, but potent enough to invigorate the winds of magic power reserve. +5 per turn for our own armies only. Sweet. Fantastic. So now we have a choice. Well, we can hit Pregon now. We can't reach Floxlon, so let's see just to scout. Is anyone in Pregon? No. Then let's go ahead and not build in the glowing berry patches. We'll just bank that gold real quick. And then turn in and attack Pregon. Should be their main settlement. Auto-resolve would be a decisive win. I think it would be a good idea to not auto-resolve this one. Let's go ahead and surround. All the fights in enemy territory we probably want to make sure to fight, especially when we don't know where the main Bretonnian army is hiding. Rinky cannot quite reach, so let's go ahead and pull him out in the Astromancer stance. Let's keep ourselves from getting ambushed. We could go into an ambush ourselves. Kind of slink into the... There's no reason to go into the trees, but tempted to. We'll pretend like there's not a Croxagore hiding here and being all shouty, and we'll go ahead and hit attacks next turn. I don't know. We don't know what their power is. Simply because we didn't have eyes on before we declared war. Let's keep saving our growth there. Oxial will go ahead and do the same. Meat storage hall, and then we want to save 13 turns. Ultra the Horned Rat, we can get up a single tier. For the Southern Sentinels, we can come on down and grab... cost 5,400. Never mind. We could not quite grab as such. Let's grab the Grand Plaza then, and then I think we'll throw in the income building, just for a bit of gold. We've got a fair amount, so as much as we can keep building up the Empire, I'm happy to do so. Let's go for... Walls would slow down the income. Does this building give us any more garrison? Yes, 4 chameleon skinks. That's actually pretty good. So let's go ahead and upgrade Forester's Barrios, and then we'll grab the growth building. Get towards the other faster. Here at the Awakening, I'm also going to go ahead and grab the growth building for now. Just to keep building up the population there. And then we'll go ahead and end the turn. Wait, not in the turn. We attack Pregon. And to battle. Alright, similar to last time, except for they actually have some Knights of the Realm on the outside, which we will just go ahead and surround and destroy with Tichi-Wichi. Hide them in the woods here, and then all of the cold ones. Ready to unleash their ambush. Them moving as one huge blob has been absolutely annihilating so far, although it's just been against peasants, so we won't talk too much about it. Grab the Immortals and the Blessed Sora Spears, put them on one side here. The rest of the Saurus, and then the other Spearmen. Just a little bit. Million skinks on the side to harass those shieldmen at arms. Still on in the center. I'm gonna have you and the solar crystal on the same side, and then we'll have Croak, Hot Barber hanging out with them. Gor-Rok up front. Put Jotek's messengers with the main infantry. Everyone else together from here. And that'll begin. Okay, turn and move up here. We'll just jump those Knights of the Realm when they come on in. They will know that our units are here. They're going to try to go ahead and scout, but once they arrive, they won't be able to escape. Over into the woods there. Push forward. I want you to be launching laser cannon shots at those Fox Arrow bowmen. I'm going to move you, Fluffy, over to get into a fight with the Knights of the Realm. Stalwart and Brutal Saurus. Grab everyone here, except for our solar cannon, and keep them moving. We'll have you three. Rotate your line just a bit. Hurdle up a smidgen more. Go blanket some fire damage across the line there. We'll see if any of the enemies here, but the Chameleon Skinks are very, very tanky. Do a bit of combined attacking there. Laser cannon is waddling on forward. Let's go ahead and grab everyone else. You're outnumbered, so we will want to stay in our formation. We're going to be on the hill here. Actually, let's grab Saurus. Keep them on the hill. Solar cannon takes a first shot, misses, hits the men-at-arms. Let's go after these pox arrows next. Poison down on the knights. Wow, amazing damage. No models dropped, but a lot of HP gone. You should probably not let that happen. That's a needler. On steroids. Ooh, there they go. Finally dropped some. With models going down, surely you're not going to let this keep happening. Too bad a bit. Too back a bit. How far away do you have to be? Pretty close. The knights are just going to let that happen, huh? They're too scared to move forward. He said charge, but you boys aren't moving. There it is. We go ahead and flee now. Solar Cannon's gonna start ripping its own shots. Skadoosh, nice hit. Go for this group next. Run, 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 run. Just get back to the line if you can there. Go here and then here. You boys flee. Here comes the knights. Oh no, it's too late. There is no running, there is only the void. And the clever girls surround that should be quick. Get them. Slay the bloody Bretonians. Move around the outside. Gor-Rok pull back just a smidge. Damage going down where it needs to. Go ahead and take these guys out of the group. We lock the Saurus and we send him in. Blast the Pox Archers. Find some units and give them a hug. There's your target. Doing a bit of range dueling here. We'll have one of you keep chasing off the Knights of the Realm. The rest will come in after this group of shield men-at-arms, which we should have gone around. Well done there, Hot Rebarber. Tier 3 Itza Boom. Oh, we don't need that, do we? Tier 1 Itza Boom and just blow up these Pox Archers. Extra armor for all of our Saurus. And I think the battle's over. Now we're my aliens. They went a little bit further than I kind of intended. Solar Cannon, scare this next group off. Let's dive in with the Saurus here. Dive in they will. Rip and tear until there is nothing left. Were you going to stop a Bastillodon with your shield? Probably not. I don't think it's going to care about your flimsy little spear even one bit. I bet it'll break. The Bretonians flee. Pregon falls. Well, we lost one in the fighting, but 2,900 Bretonian peasants fall, as is the way. We are going to go ahead and simply occupy. Don't want to damage any of these buildings, and now we've unlocked the Umbral Tide Elementor Hunting Pack. I can't wait to use them. They are fantastic in the normal variant. SFO has seemingly boosted all of their units to their absolute maximum, so it'll be fantastic. We can bring them in, though. Show us. Yeah, they've got fire and lethal poison. Bonus versus infantry on the weapon strength, their melee. And then bonus versus large on their missiles. Yeah, these guys are incredible. They do rampage, which is unfortunate. As long as you can keep them away from enemy missile fire, they should have no trouble not rampaging. Definitely need some salamander hunting back very soon, especially for our Croxcore army. Here at Chakwa, I will go ahead and grab a Skink of Velas. Make a bit more gold. We've got 99 alignments. Now we're all good to go on passing out the extra alignment skills. Get the Honored Elder. Honored Elder. These Saurus not lost to war may live to a great age. Their long service esteemed and respected by younger lizardmen hungry for experience. We'll give all of our units, maybe not ward save, but it'll drop their upkeep, which is fantastic. Give Gor-Rok some ward save. 18%'s not too bad. He is indeed a absolute monster on the field. Stone has itself the Underground Lagoon. We'll tear that out. Wait to see what the Bretonians are up to before building anything here at Zahuatek. Or Zahutek. And we're going to say that wrong 100 different times. In all 100 different ways, too. No other buildings to build. Let's scoot on back up to the north and see what our chief rival tries. Ally declares war on the Bloodhall Coven. Well, we will enter the war on the side of the Spine of the Sotek. Battle. Ooh, a blood sacrifice, my favorite. Relations with a nearby settlement have deteriorated. Their interpretation of the Great Plan may be at odds with the Old One's intentions. Your Slan Mage priests inform you of a new ritual to recharge the Geomantic Web, but the price is a sacrifice. Will you raid for captives and sacrifice them, or leave your neighbors be, as time may yet prove your vision correct? Sacrifice them, get more magic, and it just makes the boys of the Forbidden Coast angry, or we can leave them be and gain some... Yeah, we'll sacrifice them right away. Marshall's expedition has been a lost time, and we have now encountered Hexawaddle. Surprising that we hadn't done so before. He is unfriendly. Does not like military actions against Bordelot. Uh-oh. We might be at odds with Hexawaddle then. Enough, you answer to me. That is very fair. We will probably definitely have to get into a fight with the Cult of Pleasure. Fighting against the other Lizardmen sounds unfortunate. I figured he wouldn't like Bretonnia since he doesn't want anyone but Lizardmen to inhabit Lustria. Alberic? Oh, we sure can. Before we do so, though, can we see what he's fielding? Just an absolute million knights. Knights Errant, Knights of the Realm. See, the good news is these guys don't have Strider at all, and they are in the jungle. He hasn't gotten up to giving his knights Strider just yet, I don't believe. Rail Vitality. Let's see if we can find it. Coordinated Charge. I mean, he's going to be a nasty contender. But if he runs into Gor-Rok at all, he's going to have the worst day. That's just the Paladin. We don't get to see what Alberic's stats are. Just dive on in and rip him to shreds. There's a chance the Beastmen join him, but isn't there? Are they at war? That'd be really weird, wouldn't it? Let's go for it. After we send Rinky after Etax. Blood. For the Blood God. Oh, they've got some trebuchets. Fair enough. Let's give this one to the auto-resolve. So that's how many we would lose? I see. So you believe. I'm going to go ahead and loot and occupy Kitax. That way we get some of our lads back. And spawn sack. You were not part of the Great Plan, so your meager life is forfeit. Kitax has the building for Pterodons. We'll go ahead and tear that out. We'll repair up. And then I think I'm actually going to grab the walls in our first settlement here. Let's keep lookouts. Alright, Gor-Rok. We could technically come in here and replace some of our Saurus warriors with shields with their spear variant. Probably be a pretty good idea for Bretonnia. So even though these guys are maximum tier upgraded, they do a ton of damage. I am going to go ahead and get rid of them. Makes me sad to say. And we'll grab these Blessed Saurus with spears. I'm going to give you guys the upgrade of Zunki. We'll have them on the other side, so we'll have one of the Frostbite on one end and one on the other. Let's have a nice blob fight in the woods. Alright, Alberic. Time to die. See, no extra skills. Let's see if he just turns and retreats. That could be unfortunate. Dud-dum. No, he stays to fight. And it is just an army full of knights. Alberic has bonus V large. He's got takeoff. Cool. Do you have anything that gives your knights Strider, though? The rest of this I can deal with no problem. The Wrath of Manon's gonna hurt. But we can heal that up. No problem. Spirit of the Tempest. I see no Strider. Oh, hang on now. Greater Bordalo is extra. No, that does indeed give his lads Strider. We're gonna need to get Alberic away from his knights so we can fight everyone else in the woods. Oh. Choke point battle. Intriguing. We have no trees, so we're gonna have to make use of the choke point. Battle begin. And welcome back. Quick jump cut. OBS decided to crash there, but I think we are all up and running now. Looks like Gor-Rok's forces have elected to press themselves against the wall. So we're doing the whole line up and taunt them tactics. Interesting strategy. What we're going to go ahead and do is start deployment, and since Alberic is actually going to make a majority of his lads have Strider, how are we going to best do this? His cavalry is going to easily beat us across this this gap here, and I don't think we're going to be able to retreat into the woods very well. We could try to kind of form a defensive wall over here. Doesn't look like they're going to actually be able to push up very well. I don't know. It's going to be a tough one. Let's start with a bristling wall of spears. We want them to be impacting kind of as few units as we can. So we'll have the Bastillodon and Gor-Rok up front, ready to receive that charge. We'll have the Spearsaurus ready as well. Get the laser beams. We'll have backline. We'll have the millions as well. We kind of want them in nearby. Let's do Tichi-Huichi. We hide him in this little patch of forest. That would be so incredible. We could hide him and all of the clever girls. We're gonna have to do it one at a time, aren't we? Oh, they can't Vanguard deploy. Such is the way. Then we'll have Tichi-Huichi and the clever girls set up ready to defend the line. Actually be a pretty good anti-Alberic force here. Like so. We'll take the Amexon Barb and the 3 other clever girls that did not get deployed. We may just leave them here. That's not a bad position for them. Okay, so let's grab our Mace-Saurus. I think we want a very compact dome kind of formation. Force the enemy cavalry to react the way we would like them to. We throw... Basically just, we're forming a Death Star, is what we're doing. And then we go ahead and grab you, all of the Saurus and the Skinks together. Fluffy and the Death Ball in a group. fully in Gor-Rok mode, and then we'll have Prok and Gor-Rok up front. Need to be able to pass out Gor-Rok's Shield of Aeons to as many units as we can, so we may just really blob up more than we are currently. We just can't turn too far to the side, otherwise we're losing some of the rigidity of our line here. Alright then. As spooky as this is, battle begin. Auto-resolve was being very kind to us, other than all split up. Like so, then. And let's push the wall forward. The more they let us move up with our death ball of troops here, the better. Let's move up to this position. He's got no cavalry. Or no, it always mix cavalry and artillery up for absolutely no reason, but he's got no artillery, so we can not worry about that as much. I believe Alberic does know if he comes in to try to throw down with a Gor-Rok, it's going to end so very poorly for him. No matter how many good stats he's got. Alright, Ichiwichi's boys, get ready. Just make sure we're moving up with the skinks. Not have the big boys firing just yet. Scoot a little bit further forward. Would have them run, or walk, that is, into position. Now the other swords can actually catch up. Clever girls take to the trees. Alright, the fact that Alberic has decided to stay here actually makes things so much different. Questing Knights and Knights of the Realm are still problems, but not as much now. Stay as much in the woods as we can help. Let's come to about, I say, this position. Laser cannon takes a shot. Leave the Amexon Barb nearby. Clever girls ready to lend their aid. First shots have been fired. We'll bring the skinks back a bit. Have them come up and around, kind of keep them more defended. Solar cannon, let's go ahead and hit these questing knights. Blink right into the trees. That's amusing. Right up front there. Alberic really doesn't want to advance. And not blame him at all. There's a proper shot going in, hitting some quested knights, getting them all blinded. Let's go for the units of peasant bowmen. Just they are still grouped in with the clumps of spears as well. Or all of the cavalry. Right now we have the Saurus. We don't advance yet. And it is so almost time. Drop the bubble of nope. Our front line here doesn't take too much damage on that initial. Pull them kind of back. And they're launching as much damage as they can, but we're getting some nice hits with the Knights Errant. Time to go ahead and lock shields. Get these guys out of the group. Charge the questing knights down. Blind who you can. Get in there, lads. Gor-Rok, give the shields. To battle! We send them all forward. The clever girls will have them dive in on the side units of Knights Errant here. Let's go for the Itza Boom 3 on all of these knights. If they decide to charge back in, they are going to get absolutely rocked. Alberic's going after the cannon, which, fair enough. Drag them down. Can't get close enough for another Itza Boom, and they are doing everything they can to try to spread our mobile forces thin. Stop everyone from rampaging first, and then we'll just drop the explosions here. Let's go ahead and push through the line. Gotta go ahead and try to get into melee with enemy peasant bowmen. Goes it of Manon or not, drag them down. I'll have you stay and fight these questing knights here. Go for a single Itza Boom 1 on these peasant bowmen. Try to delete a few of them. I think we've got Alberic's forces tied down, though. Take down those peasant bowmen. Let's go for a blind on Alberic himself. And then, yeah, you just keep trying to hunt down the paladin. Big bubble of nope. Gor-Rok, come on back, try to hunt down Alberic. Or even this paladin here who's causing us some issues. Let's go for some slow-mo shots as well here. Good old knights facing off against the raptors in the woods. I don't think horses would win that one. So many dangerous bits on a raptor there. Things back into normal. Let's get some of these spearmen spread out so we don't need all of them hunting down the same units. That's a big old waste. Broke, pull one away from Alberic. That's not your main target there, sir. Keep Broke in with the rest of his units. Mix-on Barb getting some seriously good hits. Ichi-Wichi's Raiders, though, let's pull them away. Let the Clever Girls dive back in, do their work. They're broken. Knights are kind of rampaging all over the place. We can keep our line formed up. We'll bring them back. Let Gor-Rok hold this line here. The Clever Girls can keep running down the different groups of questing knights. Lovely. Absolute massacre. Poor lads being surrounded by raptors as well. Now Alberic, let's definitely not blast our own units, but we can go for some blind there. He's got so many Saurus surrounding him. Oh, what's wrong, Alberic? Yeah, he's definitely going to be able to escape, but we'll hunt down the rest of these filthy Bretonnians, and I'll catch you in a moment. Well, in the question of knights, Hospitaller against a bunch of angry lizards. I think the angry lizards have it. Alberic is repelled. We have to probably hunt him down one more time to make sure he and his griffin here don't continue to cause us issues. We are going to kill and eat these yummy, delicious Frenchmen. Oh, they do manage to escape. Gale has been laid to rest. And Hammer and Anvil. Feeding Alberic de Bordelot gives you more melee attack for the whole army when fighting at sea. Well, when it's time to purge the Maelstrom up here, we're going to be really good to go. Not a great defeat trait, though. We're going to try to not get that on too many of our own lads. Well, I would really love to declare war on the Blood Drinker. We would likely find him fleeing away. Oh, would he get just taken out, dashed against a Joao attack? Probably not. Well, I would love to declare war on you. I won't yet. We shall instead commence the massacre. Over here with Croak, we will go for the invigorated spawning. Well, we've finally gained enough of our skill points to gain the baneful gaze. We've probably gained it for a while. What lies behind the golden mask? Campaign movement range minus 10% for enemy armies starting their turn in this province. It slows people down. That's fantastic. We've been having a hard time catching fools. They turn and run the second they see Gor-Rok and Croak together. I couldn't tell you why. Rinky has earned himself the Miasma of Despair, or Obdurate till death. 5 additional melee defense within 50 meters. That's fantastic. Reptilian Instincts just gives him a nice hefty bit of melee stats. And then 20 more bonus V large and causes terror. That's the one. Intimidating bulk. And then next we'll probably grab the Miasma of Despair. Beautiful. Well, this is a lovely start to our villainous crusade against Bretonnia. Let's go ahead and throw in the glowing berry patches here in Zahutek, or Jahutek, and then at Pregon we can skirmishers at the foraging camp, or javelinos at the favelas. Let's grab just the favelas. We'll make sure that the swamps, piranha swamps here, are all good to go so that Tloxlan, we can probably take it up to a tier 5 as soon as possible. Temple of the Eclipse, here we come. In the City of the Moons, Temple of the Eclipse. Its power reverberating whenever 2 moons align. Indeed. We'll get a few more upgrades where we can. We've got 3 more turns till we can grab the Temple City of Itza. That's perfect. How much is that going to cost, though? 6,800. A fair bit. Well, we can't do too much upgrading down in the south. We could upgrade the barrios a bit. Increase our income by double there. Or alternatively, more skink chiefs, or just more growth. Let's go for the growth building. We'll get that truly snowballing and out of control. Pull our diplomacy up. Let's see if Sotek doesn't like us so much for what we've done. Oh, really? Treaties with the Awakened and the Hunt Marshal Expedition has caused us some issues with Sotek. We might be having lots of fights with Lizardmen on our shores here too soon. I don't know. Hopefully we can not. But at this point, though, is anyone really going to stop Gor-Rok? Probably not. And that's the turn. Oh, Lord Zlotic, what are you planning? He has ended his non-aggression pact with us. He really doesn't like us very much, deteriorating a huge amount. Our war with Bordelot was a bad call. It'll get us into lots of fights. Imminent rebellion to the Guanji Valley. And war is short. Be at war with the Wardens of the Living Pools. Following a disagreement between 2 mage priests, one that has been 3 millennia in the making, there will now be a short war, culminating in realignment. Interesting. This seems oddly timed here when we're about to be at war with probably most of the Lizardmen in the area. Ooh, concerning. I'm glad that Sotek is friendly with us, but do you have agreements with... This is all sorts of scary. Who can we join him in a war with? No one at the moment. Okay, well, the Blood Drinker has moved deeper into our territory, which is a slight bit obnoxious. That's a lot of blessed soldiers there you have. He won't leave the Sacred Pools, but absolutely upgrade it. Yeah, we won't be taking that anytime soon. Rinky, we could reach Tloxlan. If we do so, Alberic will likely stay in a hit Kitex. So what we'll do is take a quick look at the garrison here. I see nothing that's really that scary. They've got a ton of bowmen, but the problem is once we close the gap, those bowmen cease to matter. And we've got lots of... These are bronze shields though, right? 35% of the small arms fire will be blocked. That's not a ton. I think it'll be enough. So Gor-Rok, let's move on to Tloxlan. Gives us a decisive victory. We could just auto-resolve the battle. Well, you poor fools. Let's see... No, that'd be weakness. We'll go ahead and continue the siege. We're gonna start the next episode off with the Battle of Tloxlan, just because most of the fights with Bretonnia here are it's gonna give us a decisive victory, but we need to battle. Rinky, come on out and jump to an ambush, and we'll try to catch Alberic. Hopefully, slipping. We shall soon see, though. what kind of upgrades. Still gonna be 2 turns, so we can probably afford to make some of our settlements down in the south a bit more productive. So the Sentinels, we will upgrade the St. Arios. And here at the Awakening, we can go for the increased Ancient Armor. That was awesome. More growth and some cohort. Skeeks that are working on the docks. Alright then. Well, with this, I guess soon-to-be siege against the Temple City of Tloxlan, I am out of time for today. I have been Space Wizard Total War. Remember to leave a like for the like god and a sub for the sub zone. I'll see you on the next one.